Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 92. How's it going? I'm Dave, the 88.
You're such a douche,
always,
Dave.
Right
when
Kevin,
I said that.
the Commonwealth Picker, and Carrie, the American Arbitrage.
Rocky Top
if
Arbitrage,
it makes you feel
the
any
cooler
better-
version of myself.
Okay,
Much like the Rocky Top Picker is the cooler version of the Commonwealth Picker, Rocky Top Arbitrage is the cooler version of Carrie.
Now, it's funny, though, because sometimes I do things like that are douchey. Like, they're implying I started off the show doing something douchey simply because I'm not paying attention. I don't even know what they were talking about, and I just hit start because it was time to start the show.
And I decided, you know what? I know Dave well enough. I'm going to look up and see if that little red thing popped on, and sure enough, it had.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
So whatever he was saying, I'll enjoy when I go to edit it because I don't know what it was that he was saying. But yeah, I mean... welcome to the show, episode 92, 93, 91, somewhere in that range. You guys will correct us down in the comments anyway.
91.
I think last week was 91.
You're right, it's 92.
Sure. Anyways.
32.
That was a good year. A very good year.
We were just talking about how
playing
Carrie...
ASO.
Okay, so first of all, let's get some context for the Rocky Top thing. Is that like surfer dude? You sent me a video.
Yeah, guys, first off,
Kevin,
go blow up
cooler.
Rocky Top Picker's page right now. You can leave this podcast. It's not going to be anything important on this podcast. But go check him out. I swear he is. I feel like somebody in a different country used AI. They were like, I want to get on the garage sale game. I want to get in the picker game. They used AI to find popular picker channels in America, and it just created Rocky Top Picker. He's like a cooler clone of Kevin. The banjo, he's got long hair, it's Harley. Like, I look at him and I'm like, that's a dude that is cool. You know what I mean?
We have finally reached in the reselling community the multiverse, which everyone needs a multiverse.
Dude, it is the multiverse. He is
yes.
He is the other world's Commonwealth Picker. I swear. Go watch him and tell me he's not.
Like if Kevin never left California, then this would be.
No,
if Kevin
Top.
never
He's
left
in
California.
Tennessee.
He got a few more tattoos. It's Rocky Top Picker right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Actually, now that I've found him, I don't need to watch Kevin because he's actually cooler
No,
than Kevin.
that's what I'm saying. Save
better
your
than
time.
Kevin.
Watch the best.
Like watch Rocky Top instead of Commonwealth. That's my recommendation.
His videos are good. In all seriousness, his videos are good. But it is funny. It's eerily similar, but different in a good way.
Dude, I will say every single day I get a new picture of Kevin vacationing somewhere at this
Kevin
point.
is on a constant state of vacation.
Insane. He's at a concert. He's at a lake.
This is coming from the guy
crazy.
who goes somewhere like every day you go do something. Every day.
It's called working, Kevin.
It's called going to his hot place where what do you call that container to get stuff? He's spending 10 to 12 hours a day posting now.
Yes, you do.
That's the 6 day. That's the 4 days of the week he's not at Universal. He's at Universal 3 to 4 days every week.
Once a week. No, I mean we're not going to go to Universal again for a bit. It's just too hot. I mean we couldn't even really enjoy ourselves this last time. We got lucky, I think, 2 weeks ago when we went, and there was like no humidity. But we went this Tuesday, and the humidity was insane. Like we just were so uncomfortable. So
My
I think
wife's
I'm
going
done
to
till September.
Florida for a few days, and she says it's going to be hotter up here than it is down there.
The problem is like the real feel temperature has been like 105 all week.
Well, it's not like
brutal.
it's not humid here, Dave.
Yeah,
it's
I know,
pretty
I
darn
know,
humid
I know, I
here.
know.
But I hear you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do it.
It's not theme park weather, is my point. So
We went-
September, I'll be going.
So speaking of theme parks, I wasn't a vacation. I was gone for 2 days, y'all. 2 days. Not like I went on a vacation. It was my wife's birthday, and we went and saw a concert and to a place I think you would like, Dave. You ever been whitewater rafting?
Maybe.
Seems too scary for Dave.
And anyways, down in Charlotte, it's like I drove right past the Sheraton where FlipCon's going to be. You know, my wife's like, "Yep, there it is. Yeah, there it is." So.
Did they already have Harold Tornado's panties laid out for him?
Yes, up there in lights on the sign. Just one night only.
I learned from Harry Tornado today that you just gotta, if you're making enough money like he is, he's making so much money. You can just golf in your backyard all day and do you. You don't have to worry about working anymore.
I gave Harold a very good video idea for his YouTube channel today, and I think he's actually going to do it. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I promise I'll brag
your
about
Flipper
it.
channel. He blew up your Flipper channel.
He has, well, that plus
I just got a
series of
Picker
excellent
shout out.
Videos, Kevin. A series of excellent videos blew up
Excellent
Flipper
thumbnails.
Yeah,
and
thumbnails.
Clickbait.
I'm not feeling the recent
saying.
thumbnails like
Huge
regrets
blow.
or whatever the heck they are now. They're not. I'm not even clicking out of respect for my
I
time.
accidentally released 2 videos in quick succession that ended up looking like heavily like innuendos when you put them together, and I was like, well, I'm just leaving that.
Those were good. Those were good.
We'll see if anyone
There
notices.
is like, if you follow the titles, there is a lot of sexual innuendos in your titling.
Yeah, and it wasn't even on purpose. Like, it won't fit was one of them, and like my hands are like stretched out, and then the other one was like
Huge
blow, and I'm like holding the side of my face. Like, I was like, what did I do here? It was pretty bad. It wasn't on purpose at all, guys. I just am so
No,
pure
I feel
that
like
didn't
I
even
feel
think of
like
it.
you're subtly doing that kind of
I
stuff.
did one video, Dave. I did one that was, I found it in her underwear, I think. And I got a
Oh
little
my
bit of flack
gosh.
for that. There was
I
a
have
bag
noticed.
at a yard sale.
And then your thumbnail was like underwear, and you miniaturized yourself, and you were just like laying in them.
It was
What
a
I
bag
love is
full of
Kevin's-
this girl's underwear, and there was a calculator in there.
There you go.
That's where
I've
I keep
noticed
my
how Kevin's
TI-84.
Flipper videos, his thumbnails are getting lazier and lazier every thumbnail.
What are you talking
Like they're
about?
just like a random
point.
eBay symbol in the corner, and that's it.
No, that's not true.
I feel like
that's
before
not
they
true.
used to have so much vibrance, and you had like people fighting in the background. Now they're just
No, the one today has people fighting in the background.
no.
The
I'm
one
talking about
yesterday.
his Flipper, not his Picker.
In his flipper, it's got people fighting in the
Is there
background
people? Oh,
from
I don't
yesterday.
check his channel. I just was guessing.
What are you talking about? You're making stuff up.
I'll show you. I will show
No,
you what I'm
don't
talking
show
about,
me.
sir.
No.
Talk amongst
Dude,
yourselves.
The guy is to the point where he's literally just showing the word cancer in his thumbnail.
Yeah.
for Flipper
Oh
videos.
my gosh.
What
Let me
is
He's
tell
that?
you,
gotten that far.
I got just totally trashed for that.
This
by
is
the
a
way.
passing Yeah, that's a weird. Like,
It was
did you
a
think
guy's
that would
quote.
perform?
Listen, it was a guy. It was talking about Whatnot, and he said Whatnot is a passing cancer for resellers. So I put it out there. Look up the definition for
But
cancer.
it
There's a
wasn't an
second definition.
intelligent comment when he said it. Why are we repeating it?
I was combating it. I was asking the
Yeah,
question.
just look. There's
wasn't
just
even
you probably
combating.
can't see it, but there's just like a little eBay symbol here. This one just says breaking news, like he's a news anchor. The other one, yeah,
This
it's
one
just, I
just
don't
says, "What's the one Flipper been doing this week?" And it's just a picture of Paige, and it's like, Kevin, just focus on your channel. For
Focus
once.
on your channel,
Oh
okay?
my
1
gosh.
Foot Flipper is going to pass you in subs, and I guarantee you he'll let you know when he does.
What did
He'll
you
let
say?
you know when
It's
he
down
does.
in the comments. How many subs are we at today, Paige?
Paige, let us know. Sub update.
Sub date.
Update.
A sub date? It's a sub date.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is
Kevin,
my
I
audio
don't
better?
know.
Everybody was complaining about my audio. I didn't have it on the right setting last week, I think.
I don't.
I
complain.
complained about
People
it
get
during
mad
the
when I
show.
complain about your audio.
I
So
don't
I
know
don't
what's wrong.
complain
That's why I'm
anymore.
trying to fix it.
Well, I can fix it when you come visit. You're gonna bring your mic?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I do have people fighting. Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
I got into an
Yeah, you
argument.
do.
with
You
an
literally
eBay
do have
customer.
people fighting in your
Yeah.
video from yesterday.
I
wasn't making that.
was like, I'm like, why am I fighting with this person over $2? This is stupid.
The problem is
So-
that cancer is like such a nightmare word. I know what it means in the dictionary, but for many people, it has a lot of emotion attached to it, and that is why people were getting triggered by your.
In regards to, well, okay, but I'm
Just
sorry,
the word
and I don't mean to
itself is
offend
all.
anybody.
I
but
don't think you're offending them. I think you're just poking a uncomfortable spot.
All right, Carrie, you're a sports guy. You ever heard somebody called a cancer in the clubhouse before?
Yeah.
And is anybody offended at that?
No.
I've never
no.
heard anybody offended at that. Why are they getting offended at this?
I don't think offended is. I don't think offending is the right word.
don't
I think it's
you're
like
offending.
people just.
Are you offending? You know what
word-
your comments say. Are people
Well, yeah.
offended? They're offended.
yeah,
Okay.
there were some. Oh, I got.
Oh, I don't
some
think people should be
unsubscribes for
offended
it.
by it, but like I mean, it could make people
Unsubscribes.
uncomfortable or maybe think about things that
Yeah,
were said.
I didn't.
Uncomfortable
To be
would
perfectly
be
honest
what
with
I
you,
think.
I use that. I mean, in just history and whatever. I've talked about that. I mean, it's in political speeches.
No,
for
and I
goodness
get it.
sake.
Like, you're the cancer of this show. Speaking
Oh
of that,
my
like,
gosh! Here we
Speaking
go.
of history,
now he's just taking it
speaking
offensive.
of history, we do need to make this point that Dave was disappointed because Oppenheimer wasn't an action movie.
sucked.
You thought Oppenheimer was an action movie.
No, I had this weird thought that it might be interesting in some capacity.
he doesn't have any
Apparently
Very
it's not.
interesting, but you thought it
I
was
feel
going to be like an
it would have
action
been
movie.
much
What are
more
you thinking?
interesting to just read the chapter in my history book in 8th grade than to watch that movie.
Dude, I thought it was
great.
No,
that
Kevin hasn't seen it yet.
I will love it. I will love it. I actually, Carrie, I'll bore you. Give me 30 seconds, Dave. You can go act like you're doing something.
I'm going to do the Kevin.
So I used to teach Hinduism using Oppenheimer's speech because he quotes, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds, right? Yeah. Right. That's out of the Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, I used to teach about how Hinduism is a. I'm boring Dave. He's listening.
No,
I'm
think
impressed.
This is interesting. Dave can zone out.
I used to describe it because they believe that God is a force that resides in all things. And of course, Oppenheimer uses that because the atom is the force that resides in all things. So there you go.
It's fascinating. I think the whole movie was really fascinating. I thought the only thing that I would say, and this isn't a spoiler if you know Nolan, is that he does jump around. And you're right, like way too much for this
jumps
movie.
around in time.
I send messages to these guys all week and I get nothing back. Dave used to send me messages all the time when he worked. Now he doesn't get nothing. And then I get a stream. I'm sleeping.
Nonstop.
It's in the middle of the night.
I called you, Kevin. I never call you. You just ignored my call, though.
And I hear this buzz. And I look at this. There's like 132 messages about Oppenheimer. I'm like, I'm trying to have a nice, relaxing weekend here with my wife at 1:00 in the morning or something ridiculous.
Okay, so
you were sending us pictures. You guys were at the bar. What was it called? Thirsty Beaver, which is a bit inappropriate.
Swinging Couples was what it was called.
It was like some swinging couples convention you guys were at.
Listen, I'm beat. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired.
I'm sure. Based on the pictures you were sending, I am sure.
Don't wear anyone out.
Oh my gosh! Let me tell you, they're young people doing stuff, and I'm just like, "Where's my tree? Where's the chair?
Where's my walker?" More likely.
I could have used one a couple times.
Really?
The rock climbing, the zip lining, all this stuff. I was like, I'll take pictures of it.
Well, Carrie, I made the Oppenheimer fusion hamburger recipe on my cooking channel. Did you see that?
This is what you've been doing all weekend.
And I have been making cooking videos all week. but what's funny is someone's comment was, "Wow, this was boring, just like Oppenheimer." So I was like, yeah, well, that's
but
fair.
they clicked and they watched.
They clicked and they watched.
They'll never be back. You're not winning anybody over, but you're getting a view.
Actually, I got my ticket for free because Pittsburgh Picker and Daily Cabbage sent me a Fandango gift card. So thank you.
What's up, Sarah? Come on.
Thank you, Sarah. And
What's
I
this?
Appreciate that. Well, Kevin, what have you done for them? I actually responded to their messages.
He did a video based on what they do. What are you talking about? What
that
was
me. That was me in his shed. That was not him.
Hey, but at least he wears my shirt at least on his show. I'll give him some credit.
Yeah.
So speaking of people sending you stuff, my PO box. People ask, "What's your PO box?" I want to send you whatever. I'm like, "It's in the video description," and they're like, "I can't find it," which blows my mind. So I decided I'd put the PO box overlaid on the video. I got 8 things. I got 8 things in the mail from that.
Nice.
I guess.
Well, I mean, are they cool things?
Are
they letter bombs? Are they anthrax?
What
are we talking? Hopefully none of that.
They're just sitting on
Pantera.
I have probably 5.
Metallica.
I gotta add 8. I should do a video. I used to see Taco Stacks used to do a video. It was nothing but him opening viewer mail.
I like watching those sometimes. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah, I sent him
nothing but granny panties, I think though. If I were to guess what you're getting in the mail.
Kevin. And
hey,
there's like a picture
the Thirsty Beaver had bras and underwear on
the Thirsty Beaver. Can we edit that? Say it again.
Say that one more time. I've got a few uses.
Enunciate.
The Rowdy Badger.
Man. Okay, anyways.
Rowdy Badger.
So we're a reselling show, and this week I have been doing
why not?
eBay listing. I finally got my stupid Bonanza booth set up for the heck of it.
You did it. Did you see Rod's message today? Did you see Instagram?
No.
I don't
so
Rod,
I don't believe that. I think he doctored that.
Listen, I have I'm up to 48 message requests on Instagram. I'm going to see if I can get to 100.
Yeah. It's almost as many subscribers as
you got to check your message
your members.
You never know.
So Rod sent out a post. He tagged me in it, and he tagged Trash to Cash in it too. He sold like a $400 and something thing on Bonanza. Just signed up for Bonanza, made a sale just like that, $400 or $500.
I've been signed up this whole week, and I've sold nothing. So Bonanza sucks. But
Rod has real things he's selling. He's a real reseller.
Good items, yeah.
That is true. That is a good point.
Or just any item.
I literally watched 10 minutes of Dave's latest picker video. And the whole time I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you picking up this M&M phone and buying it for $5? Why?
That was a pity purchase.
That's like the first thing you learn. Day 2 of reselling. Don't buy that.
It was
Stop
broken. It was broken too.
Did you buy it?
I did buy.
What is
whatever.
wrong with
dude.
you?
But people think M&M stuff's
You're
worth
trying to
money,
make a living doing this now,
It
Dave.
was
You have to be
broken,
more
too.
discerning.
It was broken too. Well, I didn't. I had a day job still when I bought that. Hold on. That footage is from May. So let's just calm down. I hadn't even quit yet when I bought that. So I was still blowing money pretty recklessly.
Okay, you gotta buy 25-cent cards and sell them for $1.50.
I literally
You never
walk
lose.
by this lady every day when I walk with Tina. So, like, I know her in a sense. We see her all the time. I was like, I gotta buy something. And I got a big total Legos that I'll sell for more than the $5 I spent on the phone. So I'm not too worried about that. So
have you been? You've been listing on eBay this
dude,
month?
I am like almost out of stuff to list in my garage.
Wow,
which is crazy.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
If I did another week like this week, next week, which I'm not going to, because next week I got to edit some footage. Basically, it's going to be an edit week. But if I was to keep focusing on listing like I had been this week, I would actually have to go to my shipping container and get inventory. So
you're getting sales in, I assume, too.
Yeah, I'm up to 400 items, over 400 items listed. We
Nice.
started this
So
off
you've
with
doubled it.
35 or something, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're up to 400, and I sold like 600 since Friday, and then I've sold, since I pulled my orders this afternoon, I think I sold another like 300. So today was actually a pretty good day on eBay.
Do I get to be on Flipper videos again this year? Can I help?
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
I get to torpedo your channel.
300
all the
bucks.
momentum.
I've sold $300 since 2 this afternoon, and I'd already sold almost 700 Friday and Saturday, so almost like $1,000 week.
Sales are crazy for me too, dude.
2 weeks ago they were terrible, but this last week they've been solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything.
I just sold one of those. What are those called? Those Vitamixes or whatever. To be fair, it was gone.
Those are good. Vitamixes are good. Really good. The older, the better. As long as they're in good shape.
Tina found a snake in the bathroom, guys. This is
KitchenAid. Sorry, it was a KitchenAid.
A snake in the bathroom, and that's not an innuendo. Like, literally, she was going to take a shower. She was going to take a shower, and she saw a little snake crawling on the ground in the bathroom. It was a Brahmini blind snake. A
blind snake.
Sent it to me.
Ah, well.
It has no eyes.
Nobody was looking at it.
It's non-venomous. It's non-venomous, so that's good. Unlike Carrie's snake.
Well, yeah. My snake is venomous. Yes. I'm just going to go all in on what this innuendo is. Sure.
So here's the problem. I'm doing these cooking videos based on movies or trending topics or interesting things, and I want to do one on the Meg too, but it keeps spitting out seafood recipes, guys, and I really don't like seafood. Am I going to have to?
Pretty sure it's hard to do a sea-based movie without doing a seafood.
I'm going to have to eat seafood, but it sounds kind of interesting. A seafood boil. That'd be a fun video to watch. And then I can do like one of the crabs' names can be Carrie on the thumbnail. Because he's got the crabs.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
people like
3 years in a row. It's awesome.
Did you see I'm sure all this time doing your videos, but I posted a picker video Sunday, and it had a Minion Dave in it, and I made a Dave joke, and people liked it. Because there's a Minion Kevin, and there's a Minion Dave, but there's no Minion Carrie, so we have to make a Minion Carrie and put them all together. Somebody make a meme of that, Photoshop that one.
I've sold 2 items since
Kevin
this
is
show
funny
started.
Sometimes. I'm actually surprised. Every time Kevin says something funny, I'm like, oh, he's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of comedy in his soul.
He's a little bit more comedic than he comes. Because usually, like, when you watch his videos, they're dry and boring, and you fall asleep to them. But he's got some zingers.
I've got to
just stay awake.
Yeah, I laugh hysterically when I see half-naked pictures of me being posted on places. It makes me laugh. I have a good.
You might as well put it on the screen at this point.
You should probably think about the DIVORCE, because it wasn't really my fault.
Song?
It was not really my fault. It was someone that you chose to marry, sending half-naked pictures of you to me.
Yes.
As some sort of a weird.
After being
counseled
not to.
I love that anytime you're in any compromising situation or something that can be made fun of, she will take a picture and send it to us. Yeah. She's a trooper.
I took her phone this weekend. I'm like, nope, not happening.
Wow.
Yeah, not at the swinger convention, honey. Not at the swinger convention.
Oh my gosh.
2023 there. Calm down.
So, Carrie, are we going to talk about your fame on Instagram just tonight, or that's not allowed? I mean, Carrie got a pretty big message from Kevin's idol.
So I'm jealous.
It's insane. Here's the funny part. In classic Carrie fashion, the message was sent at 10 in the morning, and I realized I got it at 6 p.m. So it's not because I'm cool that I didn't answer right away. It's because I just wasn't aware, and I was not awake at 10 a.m. as usual. But Gary V actually messaged me. He said, "Are you going to be at the National Sports Card Convention?" Which I'm not, unfortunately. And if so, like, I'll carve out 5 minutes so I can be on your vlog and stuff. I swear that's what he said. I'm like, what the heck is going on? This is bizarro. I mean, it's so exciting. I was even talking to you guys about flying out there to do it, but it's a lot. I'm going cross country to see you guys.
You need a sponsor. Anybody want to sponsor? $1,500. Get Carrie to.
Yeah,
Gary
it would
V.
probably be about that. I mean, I could do it, but it's It's definitely last second.
Gary's got enough money. He's fine. He can carry it. He can cover it for you.
You are getting crazy views on that channel, Carrie.
Yeah, that channel is blowing up. It's getting a lot more views than American Arbitrage.
Wild.
That's for
How
sure.
excited are you?
It's insane. Dawn was telling me this earlier. She's like, because she'll take credit for everything that I do that's successful. As she should. She's like, I've been telling you for years to focus a little bit more on that, and she was right. So it's been doing well. Those videos do well. I mean, it's insane. I think that will be bigger than my main channel within 5 months.
But you're not giving up your main channel.
No, I'm not giving up my main channel. I'm going to continue to do.
Hey, that reminds me of something. Can you sell a channel?
Yeah.
Like, what if you did want to, Carrie? Just say, like,
I've
okay.
got one
And I
for
know
sale.
you're not going to, but.
I've got one for sale. ADH Dave Auctions. You guys want to start your picker channel off with a base audience?
Yeah.
What would I need to sell that for, Kev?
I don't know. How many subs does it get?
11K. And
this is solid.
So yeah, I mean, I think I could.
1
get
foot
at least
flipper could
$5,000
double his subscribers in a day.
Yeah,
That's
$5,000 for that channel. Anyone who wants it, reach out to me. I do.
Death pile picker. He can
Here's
do
the
it.
thing,
He's
though.
got money.
Whatever.
I'm doing my cross country trip again this year. Where last year I did a video every day on my American Arbitrage channel. I'm not doing that this year because I'm doing card channel cross country and American Arbitrage. But I'll be putting out a lot more content on my main channel in the next week or two. So.
Nice.
I'll be back to normal. I haven't, it's not really yard sale season here in Vegas right now. It's too hot.
Dude, I'm the same way. It's too hot. I went out Saturday and at 10:15 we tapped out. We're like, nah, it's too hot. We're done. 10:15. We went from 7 to 10:15. So
it was like 8 and we were going to go and then Dawn's like, let's just go to breakfast and then go see Oppenheimer. So that's what we did instead of
basically
garage sales.
every day this month, every Saturday or Friday that I've gone out this month, I've tapped out by 10:30 or 11. It just gets
It's getting
too hot
shorter.
here.
There was one day I thought I'd be home by 10 and I got back at like noon, but every other time it's like it's not that much.
Where you are, I feel like you should have a good amount right now. No,
It's hot, dude.
too hot.
How are you
It's
getting
gonna
up
be
so
90s.
early? Because you're at those moonshine parties till 3 in the morning out in the backwoods, and then you're
Dude,
getting
it's
up at
cocaine.
6
If
to
you
go garage
if you do
selling.
enough cocaine like Kevin does, you get a lot of energy. And if you mix it with
That's
the
definitely
Molly,
something we should talk more about that Kevin's usage.
Kevin's
Oh my
speedball
God.
usage.
I don't even know what speedball is, Dave.
Me either.
You're
But I've seen it.
exposing
That sounds like
yourself.
somebody who does speedballs. That sounds like somebody who does that would say
What's
that.
a speedball?
What's a
No,
speedball? What's
listen.
methamphetamine?
I think
Let me
that,
tell you, I went to a place this weekend where I think a lot of that stuff was being done. But I went to a Fallout Boy concert, but apparently there was another band before them, which I had never heard of. That is like insane.
Fallout
weird.
Boy's like dad rock now. It's not.
Oh,
like
I know,
edgy
and that
anymore.
dude rocks the dad bod out there. I really liked it because I felt like
You
at
really
home.
liked his dad bod? Is that
I did.
Okay.
He was
That's
cool.
short
Just in.
and just kind of looks like normal people.
If you're
and
listening,
amazingly
lead
talented.
singer of Fallout Boy, there's some
Kevin
Virginia
up.
swingers who are interested.
Oh my gosh! What the?
Carrie, I do need you to do, something, and it's actually more like 3 things. You need to motivate some viewers,
Okay.
and it's 4 viewers. So
At once?
maybe I should have put a limit on this. I think you should just do it at once because it'd be more fun. If you can find a way to tie it all together. So there's a Patreon tier where Carrie has to motivate some eBay sellers, and he's got to do Soda City Flips, Matt's Profit Pursuit, The Disgruntled Octopus, and Brian Big and Fun.
I don't even know if I can say all. So let me start by saying all those names at once. So Soda City, what?
Why don't you just start off with Soda City Flips? They're new and they need a little extra time.
So I have to do an individual one. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll
do it
start
for
with
Soda
Soda
City
City,
Flips,
and then I'll do the next one. Soda City Flips. We come to this place for magic. Am I right, guys? We
That's
come to
why
this
we're
place
here.
for magic. We
Yeah,
come
it's
to
like Disney.
to the Trash to Cash podcast to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that, all of us, right? And then who's next?
Matt's Profit Pursuit.
Matt's Profits Pursuit, right?
Pursuit is right.
Yeah, Matt's Profits Pursuit, right? I don't know how to say your name,
Pursuit.
That that indescribable feeling, Matt, we get when the lights begin to dim. Am I right? Here on the podcast, and we go somewhere we've never been before. Do you know that?
Are you reading Fall Out Boy lyrics?
It's a great time. Who's the next one? Who's next?
The Disgruntled Octopus.
Hey, Disgruntled Octopus, I love you, man. You're not just entertained, but somehow we're reborn together when we're here, guys. Dazzling images on your laptop or on your phone, wherever you're watching this. There's dazzling images, and there's sound that you all can feel. Who's next?
Sound of music, yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Big and Fun.
Brian Big and Fun. Somehow, Brian, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Am I right?
Oh, yes, it
Feels
does.
good in a
Preach,
place like this.
Preach.
Our heroes feel like the best parts of us, and stories
yeah.
feel perfect and powerful. Because
Did
you know
you
what,
hear-
guys?
Okay, did
You know what, guys? Let me finish. Do you know why? Because here,
Yeah,
they are.
yeah. Dude, do you know
Loaded
that
gun
there was a
complex.
guy, I think it was in Chicago or Pennsylvania, who actually stood up and, quoted that with the actual pre-movie trailer. This is like a Nicole
I love
Kidman
it.
bit in AMC theaters. And he had it memorized. So he stood up, put his hand to his chest, and he quoted the whole thing with her, and then he got a round of applause from everywhere in there.
One of my favorite moments ever, me and Dave and Dawn, we were at a theater in Burbank, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was geeking out at Nicole Kidman doing that. Everybody was like me. They loved it. They were crying, laughing, applauding. Applauding?
No, applauding is right. Applauding is right. That's correct.
I feel like that motivated, though. That was a dream of mine. I wanted to someday live do Nicole Kidman's speech from AMC.
I think there's a good chance all four of them feel shortchanged, and we should, give them
I'll do a
more
real
next
one.
week.
I'll do a real one
No,
as
we'll
well.
give them a little more next week. That was we just tickled their senses a little bit. Next week,
Okay,
we're
we'll
gonna
give them a
really
little
go
bit
all
more.
out.
I'll memorize it and redo it.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
okay?
Exactly. I like that. Okay, so Kevin, you said you're selling
Yeah.
like crazy. What's your big sale of the week on the eBay? Do you
Big
got
sale?
something?
I
Or Ca-
don't know.
or
I'd
Carrie,
have
you
to
just selling
find the
cards
biggest,
for a
but
buck?
I've been selling. I tell you what you say doesn't sell.
You're
I
a
just
jerk.
sold a single stitch Dale all over print, 95 plus ship.
To a viewer, I
T-shirt.
guess. Brian?
No, not to a viewer.
Which viewer bought it?
Not to a viewer.
One of the viewers bought it.
Not to
There's
a
no
viewer.
way you sold that to an actual person.
Yes,
Kevin.
of course.
How much
I
you
don't
get
know.
for it?
They didn't leave a message.
Wait, under 100?
95 plus ship.
Oh, that might not be a viewer. Okay.
What's the percentage of stuff you sell to your viewers?
Like 90.
85
Oh
or
my
90%?
Gosh, let me tell you.
Dude.
Let's think of this.
Speaking of
it's
I
more and
saw that
more.
Whatnot auction, Kevin. My goodness. Speaking of your
Why
viewers,
You're
am I
going to
What
give
is
some of that
this?
money back to the people?
that's
I
aggressive.
did free shipping. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Tell
I'm
them to
giving
stop
away-
bidding
hey,
when it becomes
this
ridiculous.
Wednesday. I gave away an NES system. I'm giving away a Wii this Wednesday, y'all. Link
He's
below.
giving away his Wii. Link below.
I went in and he sold a pillow for 5 times what a pillow should go for.
I want it to be known now. Okay, a few things. First of all, I want to compliment you. Little tiny compliment.
It was a good auction.
But I will say the compliment goes to your family, who did a great job of monitoring the comments, which
Yes.
adds a lot to the show. It
Yes,
made it much better.
I did better.
You
at
did
it.
better, but they really killed it.
Yes.
I don't.
I
Bubba's
to-
girlfriend,
But listen, I told them to kill
Heather,
that. I
Reagan,
told
they
them
were
to
all
focus on
killing
it.
it at the
So
comments.
shouldn't I get credit because I told them to focus on the
Fine,
comments?
Kevin, you did a good job commanding people to do things, but they did a
Yes,
good
you
job
did.
doing the things.
They
Okay.
did. They did great.
So
I'm a little
I was
nervous.
impressed. The
Because
show was
this
much
week,
more entertaining.
somebody make a
Thank you.
thumbnail, some sort of what do you call those images that you
Photoshop?
redo? What's
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Photoshop. Yeah.
just
Make
ask
a
Mike.
Photoshop of Kevin as a
Mike knows
puppet
how to do
master,
it.
but then above him, Steve, being the major
Steve,
puppet
the real
master of it
puppet
all.
master.
You see Death Pile, you see him exploiting Steve in his videos now?
Ah, yes.
His Uncle Steve
He
Picker.
called him his what did he call
Jeeves.
him? His Jeeves. He called him his Jeeves.
The peasant.
You know, one
He
thing that
talked
happened this
about.
week we haven't talked about. We should probably talk about our patrons at some point.
We should.
Because
We just talked
Archie
about a few of them.
Biscuit
This is
Butt
what this
let
is
us know
turned.
what Kevin was really making. What kind of money Kevin's really
he did.
making.
He did a little video revealing Kevin's income, and what was it, like $430,000 a month or something?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It
yeah.
was not that much.
I
compared
hated
to
how
what I
much he
thought
made on the
Kevin was
podcast
making.
because he said he made $4,000 in the podcast, and we both got $250 a month. And I've never seen a dime from the podcast, not one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Would you ever know what it feels like to be a punching bag? I feel like no matter on the whatnot, I was a punching bag. On here, I'm a punching bag. It's just
we've created a monster, Kevin. We're making you relatable for the masses.
And you know, Biscuit Butt gets that little extra recognition because he is a member of our Patreon. We have quite a few who pay for the wealthy as a Kevin tier on our Patreon, and those members include No Nose Picker, Soda City Flips, I Buy Chit Carry, Remarkable Brian, Dollar Bills, y'all, Jay Thrifty, Happy Hound Trading, Matt's Profit Pursuit, Harold Tornado, The Disgruntled Octopus, Travelin' Shopper, Superhero Headquarters, SoCal Flipper, Vintage Sports Flips, ABC Matt, Sales by Tony. Hey, Sales by Tony, I think he's not doing it anymore. Some of these people might have already quit. I think I forgot to filter it properly.
We'll have to bleep that out.
Des Hardy, Brian Big and Fun. I don't think Des does it anymore either. New Jersey Picker, Rob Moreau, he's definitely out of it. Race Heck Resell, Logan, Markey, Parker County Picker, Tanya Arnold, and Biscuit Butt. See, look, even when you've stopped subscribing, I'll still accidentally say your name every now and then.
We have a lot of wealthy as a Kevin people in our Patreon.
We don't. A lot of those people canceled, and I forgot to filter out inactive.
Is it because of the lack of value in our Patreon? Is that why?
I think it's they're there.
Well, there's people being members for Dave's channel. Talk about lack of value.
Yeah. Dude, how cool is that? How cool are our viewers? Some people on here, Vintage Sports Flips, not only is supporting us on Patreon, he's also supporting me on my Flipper channel.
If I did a membership, I'd get people yelling at me. Dave does a membership and nobody says a word.
Because they're not sure he's going to make it, Kevin. They're not sure, based on his history, that he's going to be able to make enough money.
I'm going to have to be forced. I was watching another show the other day that'll remain nameless, and they're like, you can't trust any YouTuber reseller unless they expose all of their income. You cannot trust them. And so now you're doing. I know. And they mentioned you in there. That was the point.
Oh, really? Who was
they're
it?
like, I'm not telling you.
Tell me later.
Maybe. Sure.
Here's the interesting thing. Who said you need to... who said we need to do that? I don't understand the idea that YouTube resellers need to talk about how much money they're making at all.
They do.
Watch our videos, be entertained or not, learn or don't.
I'll say this.
Yeah, why is that anybody's business?
I think that it's part of doing like a flipper channel. If you're talking about reselling, to talk about the reselling money, how much is fees? You throw out numbers and people got to understand it's gross, not net, and then about what you're. But I used to do that all the time.
People
I still do from time to time.
Though. People should know that if you sell something for $18, there's fees and cost involved. If they don't know that, then they're probably not going to make it as resellers.
Yeah, I get that. But if you're a first-time person watching it, it's helpful to do it every once in a while. Break it down and say, all right, if I bought it for $1 and it sold for $25, here's what I made.
Yeah.
Right? Or give them a percentage. Like I sold $1,100 this weekend. I know.
I just think there's a lot more. I think there's definitely channels where you need to do that because it's all about the numbers. There's definitely numbers channels, but I think some channels are just like Dave.
Yeah.
Just fun to watch. Yeah. They don't make any sense. There's no real knowledge being dished out, but it's enjoyable.
Dude, I'm getting more videos. I know Kevin noticed this because he pays attention, but my videos are getting more views than his flipper videos. My flipper videos are. It's like that's keeping you up at night. That's keeping you up at night, isn't it, Kevin?
My wife told me the other day, because I'm like, dang, Dave's channel's blowing up. She's like, does it make you mad? Does it make you mad? I said, no, it doesn't make me mad. I said, I'm
no, because he knows he's still getting more views overall. That's the other big thing is is still getting way more views.
Well, I'm still happy because Dave, don't let him fool y'all. He sent it to me on purpose. He sent me the picture of it. That's what he did, and he showed me his views and how many millions he's made this month and whatever. And so I'm getting beat.
I'm relegated. I'm telling you, YouTube has relegated me to a very specific amount of money. I talked about this in my earning. My Picks channel. My Picks channel tanked, and my Flipper channel has gone up, and now it's the same money as last month again because one went up and one went way down. So like I said, YouTube has just decided that this is how much I'm earning, which I'm okay with it. As long as they don't go down, I'm okay with it.
True.
But
it's not true.
It's
not true. No, it's not true. It's ridiculous.
They've
relegated you.
Yeah. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm gonna break through with my cooking channel. That's why I released 3 cooking videos this week.
One of my favorite things this week is Dave's like, I got a great idea. Like nobody talks themselves up quite like
such
Dave.
Such a good idea. Oh man,
Dave's
such
like
a good idea.
Nobody loves an idea by Dave like Dave
like
does.
Dave, that is the truth.
It's weird. There's something like mentally wrong with me because like I get so excited about new ideas that it's unhealthy. Cool. Like Tina sent you a picture of me in a moment. Like, she sent a picture to the whole group.
Was
of
it
me,
like the one my wife sent out?
Kind of. You can look. It's in the group chat. But it's like great when it came to me, and I run inside to tell. She never cares. She could not care less about my stupid ideas. She never thinks they're smart, and they're probably not. But for me, like, if I have an idea that I like get so obsessed with it for like 30 minutes. It's not a long-term obsession, but there's like a very brief moment where I'm obsessed with an idea, and I'm insufferable. Carrie experienced it on a live with Flip the World and Brandon. Tina experiences every time I have an idea. And so I just go up to her and I'm like telling her about my great idea. And she takes a picture of me like right while I'm telling her about the idea. And she just sends a message to you guys saying, help me. Because
yeah, it's like Dave, mid Tony Robbins. You know, he's Tony Robbinsing out right there. He's ready to change the world.
And like I always quote that song from the pop star Never Stop Poppin' with Andy Samberg, the Incredible Thoughts song. And the viewers will know, even if you guys don't. But I sent it to you, Carrie. Did you watch it?
I did. I've seen it before. I sent you
just like,
a different one called Magic by ICP, which is similar.
What is that? Is that Michael Bolton who's saying, incredible thoughts? My brain is such a genius. Every time I have a thought, I just think of that song because I just love my ideas. And it is a great idea, by the way. I'm not going to spoil that idea.
I send questions and things to Dave all week, and he never replies to any of them. And then all of a sudden,
you
all
say
his
such
new
boring
ideas
crap.
come out. His new ideas got to come out. I'm not responding to you.
Can I be honest with you, Kevin?
You're way too honest already.
Call me. Don't text me. I hardly ever read anyone's text. I just write the thing I want to say. I don't actually read what you say. I have no idea what you said. Like, you know, the whole Heather thing where I didn't respond correctly. It's because I never read her text. Like, I just don't read text. Just call me if you want to talk to me and get a real opinion.
Hey,
I'm old-fashioned
I had a thought. Back to reselling for a second. So I had 2 messages this week about eBay controlling how much money you make and how that's these waves. So I don't know if the conspiracy on YouTube you just talked about, but a lot of people are like, no matter what I do, I can only make this much money. They won't let me go past this level. I also don't think that's true, but
I didn't know that was
thought it was interesting. Yeah.
So do you have a goal, Kevin and Carrie, like how much you're trying to list a day, a week, a month? Like what is your goal?
So I usually the first thing I do before I do anything in the morning is I list one thing at least.
No,
and sometimes it's 3 or 4. No, it's not.
You don't poop first? You're an afternoon pooper? Let's start there.
I try to poop. If I have to sit on the toilet for an hour and a half, I'm pooping to start my day. Yeah. If it's not coming, I wait.
Yep.
Well, since you grilled me on what I do last week, so I typically get up list one thing minimum, but sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I get coffee, and then I start answering messages and
you do it.
Yes, really, do it. Yeah, and then, gosh, and about 2:30 in the afternoon, I'll go sit out in my chair for an hour and a half or so, and I'll list.
Yeah, and that's usually like 4 hours, typically 4 to 5 hours.
Depends. If I get a big item, like I listed
depends are a big part of being out there for so long.
Yeah,
that is true.
Right. If I list like a few, like 150, 250, whatever, I might only list like 8 or 9 a day because there are some high dollar ones in there.
But you try to list daily.
Oh yeah, every day. I list something every day, every single day. At least
listing is probably my favorite thing to do. I don't like shipping, even sometimes over editing and content creation. I love listing, but I'm very simple. Like if I could just list cards all day, that's what I would do.
And Dave does everything in batches.
I like listing. Honestly, I like listing things I enjoy. I tried to list clothes on Friday, and it was a nightmare. I haven't been that miserable in a while.
I love T-shirts. I love T-shirts.
I can list T-shirts all day. I had to bend over and measure crap, and my measuring tape doesn't have a lock, so it just kept closing on me.
Just get a yardstick and lay it on it.
That's a good idea.
And don't type the stuff in. I don't even type it in. I just stretch it out and lay the yardstick on it.
Okay, I should get a yardstick because this thing was awful to use and the bending over was awful. I just hated the whole thing. I also can't find comps for any of this crap because it's like dirt racing. It's not NASCAR. It's like dirt racing, which is another form of racing. And some of them are single stitch and stuff.
So that should be that's a good problem.
I can't find even the people's names. Like they're just obscure. Like I got not normal Wall Trip, like Mike Wall Trip, not Daryl. Mike, whoever that is. Just random obscure stuff. So I wasn't enjoying it very much.
Some of that stuff's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd list it high.
I just randomly listed it for
like Rally Roots high.
I did $30 a piece. Speaking of Rally Roots, you see what's behind me right here? You see, Carrie will know.
Are those mystery boxes?
Those are mystery boxes, Rally Roots style.
Oh man,
mystery
dude.
box
you're not.
auction
You
on
have
Whatnot.
completely sold out.
Nicole
Memberships,
State, right across the forehead.
Mystery boxes.
My
Do you have
course
a
is for
do you have a
sale.
paid Discord, Dave? That we need to
I
get
do
in.
have a paid Discord, technically. Yeah, the Trash
Teflon
to Cash
Dave.
one.
That is true. We do.
Teflon Dave.
No,
That's
okay,
what this
listen.
is.
My mystery boxes, okay, it's 5 hats, $5. So it's a buck a hat. A buck a hat is the mystery boxes. And they can bid on them. It'll be a
That's
Whatnot
what, okay,
auction.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Dang, you're gonna
And
get some
some
bids.
of the boxes have piggies in them. Death Pile support pigs.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
it's
that's
like-
how you're getting rid of your
Gambling.
supply of unsellable death pile pigs.
Yeah, exactly.
Gambling.
So,
Gambling.
well, listen. Okay, so here's a question. They now make you do this thing on Whatnot where you do like a base value and a max value and an average value of your mystery boxes, right? Right. So what is your floor? So if it's 5 hats, you have to like figure out what the floor value is on the hats. Like you probably can sell each one for at least $5, maybe 10. So is 5 hats $50 floor? And then,
No.
or is it $25 floor?
No.
$5 a piece? $5 a piece? Like, I honestly don't know like how to fill that in, because
I would go low.
I would
it's
just go
Annabelle
low.
just filled them with random hats.
Just go low, or don't
Go
do it
low.
at all.
I think I
$1 a
did.
hat.
I think I did 20. I think 20 was my floor value, so it's like
Yeah.
$4 a hat. And then my max was like 75 to
Did
100.
you happen to see that part of my auction where I just stuff as many hats as I can in a number 7 box? Shout out
I've got
Ronan,
that too.
Anytime
I've got
Picker.
6 of those too. 6 number 7s full of
And
hats.
Those went well. Crazy good.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun.
But
at
I like
least.
selling hats on eBay too. I love
I know,
listing
and that
$10
was
plus shipping
that,
hats.
Dude,
I
that
love
was
it.
honestly the temptation was to just list each one for $10 to $15 and just let
That
them sit. Because
that might
it's
be the
quick.
hardest thing about Whatnot is knowing you could make more on eBay and also enjoying selling stuff on eBay.
Hey,
'Cause a lot of
speaking
times
of-
with cards, I'm like, it's not that I'll make that much more on eBay, but I enjoy posting this stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
It's odd.
controlled, controlled selling and what. I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
It's not
doing
a whole
it.
bunch of shipping all at once.
Yeah. So
Even
did you
if
see
said,
that?
Even if you said each of these hats was worth $7, if I listed them on eBay and they all sold, it'd be like $1,800. I'm not getting $1,800 on my Whatnot. It's just not happening. I'll be lucky to get $500. So, but they're all gone, and I can move on with my life.
Well, that's what I've been doing, and I told you this, and you tell me no all the time, and now you're doing it all the time. What? I mean, I don't get any credit for anything.
That's how
I
he
told you
distracts
need
you
to put stuff together
then
and
does
get
it
it
himself.
gone.
Yeah, it's
And
so
I've
there's
been doing
something
it.
called the sales pipeline, Kevin, if you've ever been in business. And the sales pipeline talks about how there needs to be multiple touch points to convert. Right? So you need to have like 6
Have
or
you
7
looked at my
moments
auctions?
that you touch me with your ideas before I actually accept an idea and take it to heart. And I'm not going to give you credit
Yeah,
for
just
the
think
whole
about
idea,
that. Think of how many
but
times
you probably
we touched
had
you,
a little
Kevin.
place
We
in my
touched you
sales
so many
pipeline
times about Whatnot.
when you
There were
touched
so
me
many
several
Whatnot
times.
touches before you full sold out. Like you
Yeah.
full sold out.
I did 2 shows this month. I'm doing 2 next
I
month, 2 the month
know.
after.
You wouldn't even when we first said Whatnot, you spit out your drink. This
That
like a year
is
and a half ago, you spit
also
out your drink and you
not
called
true.
us, I believe,
Not
communist is what you called us, which was
did,
weird
he
and a
did.
little aggressive.
And I'll say this because I can say this because, I might as well get something out of what I did this week, which was really dumb. I shot Whatnot down. They tried to give me money, Kevin, and I didn't sell out. I said, nah, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to not take any of your money. I'm just a good person, right? And I just said, no, I'm fine. I don't need your
So funny.
sponsorship. And I just passed. And why did I pass? Mostly for spite. But also integrity, but mostly spite.
Integrity.
It
As
was
he
all
sells
spite.
mystery
There was
boxes.
not an ounce of integrity in there.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Whatnot, did you see that Harold Tornado said he was quitting Whatnot?
No,
Talk about
that's
clickbait.
false. That's fake news. Oh, okay. You're saying the title said that. Yes, the title was
Yes.
clickbait. Yeah. But if you actually watch the video, he talks about how he just sold some stuff on
But
eBay.
this will just show how so many people. I got 4 or 5 emails.
I did too.
And Instagrams
I did too.
about it.
I got messages
Yep.
about how Harry.
And I'm like, did you watch the
quitting-
video?
He's quitting Whatnot for eBay. I'm like, nope, that's not what he said.
Nope.
That's not what he said. You were wrong.
Those are my favorite comments on any YouTube video when they literally just look at your title and your thumbnail and you know they didn't watch based on the comments they leave.
Yeah, I was kind of fighting with some people this week because someone said I was it was weird. And they said, you're so needy, I can tell by your videos.
That's
And
true.
like nothing in the video was needy in any way, shape, or form. And everyone was replying to him being like, did you watch the video? Like, what are you talking about? Needy.
It's off-putting, honestly.
Yeah.
No, they talked to Tina. She told them.
Did you see, Kev, my video today is just a picture of my mom holding a sign? My
No.
thumbnail.
I liked it. I
No.
thought it was different. I actually read the
check it
sign.
out.
That's how good it was. I'm like, what is
It's
the
a pretty
sign
funny
say?
sign. It says, I want my children to have all the things I couldn't afford, then I'll move in with them.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. I like it. Very good. Hey, I had a comment. Somebody told me that we're talking about fake resellers again, and if you're not giving your numbers or whatever, which I give my reselling numbers, but apparently that's not good enough. They
And
said,
Biscuit Butt gave you real numbers, so it's out
yeah,
there.
right. They said you're not a real reseller. You only do eBay for content. I'm like, dude, I've been doing eBay for 22 years. 22 years, but it's a new thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Seems
people
like
don't
you're really
realize.
butthurt about this, Kev.
I am. It bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me because
Okay.
I basically do the same thing I've done for 20 years, and I put it on YouTube, and that's
And people don't. I mean, we all talk about it a lot, but people don't realize how distracting content creation is to actually doing what we love to do. Because I love to do eBay, and we do make money on content. But
I don't
if
like
we
editing.
focused fully on reselling, it would be different.
I hate editing footage. I really don't like it. I don't enjoy it at all. And I have to spend all day tomorrow and the next day doing it. And so it's also a job, just like eBay is a job. And yes, if I focused on just eBay instead of editing, I would sell more. But at this moment in my life, I'm earning more from my content than my reselling. So
which
I'm gonna
makes you not
focus on
trustworthy.
editing. Whatever. I mean, at least I'm honest about it. Yonkers Flipper
Yeah,
put a
absolutely.
comment on the Patreon. Did you see what he said? He said, hey, a topic for tonight. With how great Kevin's Whatnot went, is he now a billionaire?
He was a billionaire, and he'll continue to be a billionaire.
Yeah, you can't become a billionaire when you're already a billionaire, right?
Yeah. It's just when is
Maybe if I did
the money going to
memberships.
trickle down to us is what we're wondering, Kev. When are we going to see some of this?
When?
Kristen said, how do you sign up for the eBay international shipping? Anyone have a video on that or the pros and cons? Kevin must have a video.
No, I don't have video because you don't sign up for it.
It's just turn it on in the
Well,
listing,
it's
right? The
for
global shipping program?
qualified sellers. So if she's not in it, then she's not been invited to it.
Is it different than global shipping program then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, explain
Not something you turn it on. Well, I guess you can turn it off. I suppose. I mean, it's not really. It functions pretty much the same. There's a few differences, but you were invited into it. I think at first, and then they just automatically adopted everybody into it who was a qualified seller. I don't know what that criteria
Are you
is.
still shipping it to like Kentucky and then it goes out?
No, it's going to different point. Like it was Kentucky here. How do you not know this, Dave? Do you not send anything out
Dude,
internationally?
you want to know what? And this
Happens
is going
like
to be this
every
is where
day.
everyone stops watching my content. I don't even know how to check sell-through rate on eBay. I honestly don't have a
Jeez.
clue. Never even done it.
Yes, you
I know
do.
people say no. I don't.
You don't know.
I don't know how. I mean, I know how to look and see how
Generally
many are sold
speaking. Well,
and how many
that's
are
what you're doing.
listed.
That's
But
what
is
you're
there
doing.
some other tool that tells you, or people are just
No.
looking at these? Oh, well then I guess I do know. Never mind.
Not that I'm aware of, anyways. But
So
yeah,
is that
you
is
just check
that
it.
yeah okay? So I look at that, but I didn't know if there was some
So,
like tool
and
in Terapeak that people.
Carrie,
were
you
talking
may
about using.
tell me. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it seems that I've shipped out to different, depending on where it's going to. It's going to go. I think I went to New York. I sent one. One went to California. I think they're going to different places depending on where the final destination is, as opposed to the. I think they used to
I
have
love
two
the Final
locations.
Destination movies.
Those are pretty
first
good.
few.
Yeah.
I shipped something
It doesn't
to
help with my
Guam.
fear
Is
of
Guam
flying,
a U.S.
but it is a
territory?
good series.
It is.
Okay,
It
because
is.
it made me put a tariff number, which I didn't understand. If it's a U.S. territory, why it would need a tariff, an HS tariff or whatever thing.
I don't
That's kind
either.
of weird to me. Okay, anyway, Susquehanna Picker said, "Ed, how many views do you say a video went viral? Does that vary across different platforms? I have a 15,000 view video on YouTube. Just curious what the professionals think." Well, Susquehanna Picker, there's something called VFY, Viral for You. Viral for You is what you should go by, and that means that it's significantly more than all your other videos.
Right.
And if that's the case, then yeah, you went viral. You went viral for you. And that's,
Yeah.
you can't compare yourself to PewDiePie. You compare yourself to Susquehanna Picker, which if that's your YouTube channel name, I'll never be able to spell it right, but some people will. But yeah, so viral for you is what you should focus on. Sounds like you went viral. Congratulations, Carrie. Do you want to congratulate him?
Yeah.
No, he didn't pay for that. No, you can pay for that, Susquehanna.
I wasn't going to be able to pronounce the name
33 a
anyway,
month.
so.
Elliot said, do you guys have any ideas on spicing up garage sale video content creation? I saw Kevin tried paying in all $2 bills to elicit a viral reaction, but his first 2 customers were newly widowed old woman and a child cancer patient. So not quite the confrontation he was hoping for. Maybe try paying in Monopoly money.
This is true. So I did this. I'm like, there's, only one little neighborhood sale and whatever. I'm like, I don't know if I can stretch this into a video. I'm going to pay in $2 bills. And that's exactly what happened. The first one, the lady had lost her husband, and I'm buying his old hats and stuff. I'm like, this is going well. And the next one was a little girl who had cancer, which is ironic because of the cancer thing. I'm literally in tears on the video for this little girl who was so sweet. And then I'm getting ripped. I'm like, golly, man. Any rate, but it was
downer, Elliot.
It was a great video. I loved it. It was one of my favorite videos I've ever put out. I liked it.
I feel like those kind of videos where you're worried about a gimmick to make it go, I feel like they only work. And I'm not saying that was a gimmick what you're doing per se, but like I feel like those only work when it's organic and it works in that moment. Sometimes when you try to force that stuff, I feel like it's obvious.
Josh does it all the time.
Well.
What are you talking about? He pulled around a cart testing stuff at the freaking flea market, man.
Well, but that was an ad. That was an ad for
Josh,
solar.
though. Anything Josh is throwing out is going to get 70K views.
And can we talk about how much better his ad for solar was than your ad?
Yeah, you were just out in the lawn
talking
whining
for like
7 minutes
about solar power, and Josh is like being creative and.
Well, I'm sure he got paid a lot more than I did, so he needed. I have no doubt.
Okay, so. Let's talk about offending people. Amy Lee asked, is Carrie capable of offending someone without apologizing soon after?
Probably not.
No. I offended someone today at the gas station. I was sitting there in line, waiting to pay. There was someone in front of me, someone behind me, and it was just like, we had been there a while. It was an annoyingly slow gas station. I was not buying gas. I was buying like a soda and some other stuff. And this guy starts to like walk in, and this dude was just ripped. He was like so jacked. He's like a Harley dude. He's got a cigar hanging out the middle of his mouth. He's
Rocky Top Picker, right
Rocky
there.
Top Picker times 10, muscle-wise, right? And he walks in and he just cuts in front of the whole line, right? And anyone who's sane would say nothing to a guy like this. But me, I'm like some sort of psychopath who just wants confrontation in his life sometimes. No. Not often, but just sometimes. And I was like, so we're just ignoring the line, huh, buddy?
There you go, Dave. That's it. That's good for you. So what?
And he looks at me and he's like
5'5" with heels on.
He
so
looks
that's
at
not
me
smart.
With like such daggers, like he's gonna murder me. He looks over at me, he's like, what? I said, you're not gonna get in line? He's like, I didn't know there was a line. I was like, well, there is.
Good for you.
And like,
Did he?
Like Carrie, he went and got in the back of the line.
See? There you go.
But I instantly, I felt the Carrie guilt. I was like, oh, that came off way worse than I wanted it to. Like, I didn't want it to sound that snarky, but it just kind of happened. And I definitely upset him quite a bit. And I did feel bad in a sense because I know I kind of wrecked his morning. And I'm not out there to wreck someone's morning. Right, because I honestly, based on his reaction, don't think he saw. But
think
the
of all the other
people
people online that are like, "Yeah, go ADHD."
Yeah, I made their day. And I ruined his day. But if I had just said it nicer, is what my wife says. She says, Dave, you could have said it nicer. You could have said, sir, there is a line.
You assumed bad intent.
I did, and I don't think there was bad intent. And I think I assumed it because I was judging a book by its cover. Like, he's just like, oh, I'm cooler than all these people. I'm cutting them. But I don't think he was really feeling that
You were getting flashbacks to getting swirlies back in high school.
Yeah, I think he was just being oblivious and just didn't notice the line. Because the line was just kind of...
He's used to just walking wherever and doing whatever because he's 6'5" and cool.
What do you think all these people at the bins who don't even stand in line outside, they just put their like laundry basket and that's the line, just a line of laundry baskets instead of actually standing there, and then they get one person to go do it for everybody else
and stuff that like that. Like they yell at us for filming, right? But yet they break every rule that's possible when they're there.
We need to bring Dave with you. He'd call him out.
Dave would.
I would, and it drives my wife and son crazy because they're very non-confrontational. And I'm not like a tough guy, but I will call out a wrongdoing, right? Like I have a whole video about it where this lady's trying to take my video games. I'm like, hey, these are mine. Like a lot of people would say nothing, but I'm not tough enough to actually be like, yo, back off. Like I'm not Sonny. I'm not Sonny Las Vegas.
Yeah. If I have Dawn with me, I'll be a little bit more mouthy because I know Dawn's got my back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dawn is much tougher than me. Yeah. So,
but yeah, very good.
Okay, so No Nose Picker said, and that's spelled no, like the word no. No means
maybe it's
no,
nose. No,
and then nose like knowledge. No Nose Picker.
Nose.
Yeah, No Nose Picker said, do y'all really think eBay promotes all your listings? If you hit promote all listings, I mean, they give you a suggested percentage amount, but you can lower that percentage amount. Too many variables, I think.
So he's saying they don't.
I think they do on some and some they don't, just depending on what the rates are in that category.
No, I think they promote all your listings to some degree.
To some degree,
if you're promoting it, it might get way
if the
less
trending rate in
impressions.
Sports cards is 11% and you're doing 2%, and you're doing a card like Ellie De La Cruz that's super hot, it's going to get promoted, but the promotion for that card could be the third page because it's at 2%, so it might not help.
But I would say this, that even if they're not promoting it, that means you're not getting a click on it, which means you're not going to pay the promoted fee.
Exactly. So it really doesn't hurt. It only helps you because you'll sell it, and if it doesn't work and you sell it anyway, you're not paying.
You lost
fees,
nothing. So. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if they weren't doing it as they said, and it was found out? I mean, the class action for that would be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be wild.
They'd be illegal. So Sassy Sale said, here's one thing that was discussed in our house this week pertaining to eBay versus whatnot. I wish my house had just random reselling conversations going on in it. That sounds kind of fun. That's not the case. If I mention reselling in my house, everyone's like, shut up, Dave.
Mine does.
Like, no one wants to hear reselling.
Don't you tell them, it's like all this stuff that you get, this $2,000 grocery budget, it all comes from this, you know?
Which people were calling me out on that, but, I had to bring them down to earth, okay? So $2,000 a month is like $60 a day for 5 people, right? So that's like what, $12 per person per day to eat.
$65 a day, $66 a day, but okay.
I'm also including, hair product, toothbrushes, dog food, all that's in that budget. Like, it's really not that crazy of a number, and I think a lot of the people that were fussing are single. Like bachelor padding it up and saying, "Oh, that seems like a lot of money."
That's not counting all the ingredients for the fission burger that you just did.
Well, that
could have been $50 by itself.
That's a write-off. No, dude, Aldi's, man. I'm so in the Aldi's boat now. Like, I've been Publix because Publix is nice, right? It is nice.
Oh, well, shoot.
Those are both East Coast things. I don't think I've been in either in my life.
So it's like, Robertsons. Is that what it's called over there?
Albertsons?
Albertsons. That's what it's called, yeah.
Ralph's.
It's like the fancy Ralph's. Yeah, Ralph's. I don't know which ones are the expensive ones in California.
Alpha Beta?
But yeah.
Yeah. Safeway. But no, Publix,
Safeway? And I've gotten used to Publix because it's very close. It's like that's how Publix gets you in Florida.
Yeah.
It's like 5 feet from your house. Everywhere there's a Publix, right? And so you go there because it's just so darn convenient. But, I'm going there and I'm spending $6 on a thing of mayo and $9.99 on a pack of bacon. I go to Aldi's, it's like $4 for a pack of bacon. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got a raise. Like, everything is half the price.
It's from a different part of the pig, though.
I don't care.
The part that's not technically edible.
It tastes fine. They have all these fake products too, like, biscuits, Pillsbury. They're now like $3 for a thing of Pillsbury biscuits. They're $1 if you get the Aldi's brand. That's the way I like to see it. So yeah, Aldi's. A lot of good comments for the Aldi's in last week's episode too. If you guys saw that, so.
And your electric bill, and it's true.
Oh my gosh,
I wasn't making it up. My mortgage is $720, and it's a big house, y'all. 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Yeah, you bought in what, 2006?
No, I bought it in a great time, 2009.
Okay,
No. What? No. I bought this house in, what is it, 2020? I bought it 8 years ago.
Okay.
So there you go.
It's not 2020.
15?
It's 2023. Kevin doesn't even know what year it is. Okay, yeah, so right before the big boom. Yeah. Yeah, okay, well, anyways, we don't need to talk about that. What I wanted to talk about was Sassy's question. So Sassy said, eBay versus Whatnot. eBay has 135 million users, while Whatnot has 2 million. Which, by the way, those are very different types of users. Okay, so the 135 million eBay users are people who may go buy once a year, once every 2 years. It's not that doesn't
Or all
mean
the
they're
time. I buy tons of stuff off of
or
eBay.
all the time, right? But I'm just saying it's not necessarily someone who's buying constantly. Whatnot has 2 million. Now, again, I would say that a lot of the Whatnot users are buying quite a bit more frequently. That's just maybe not to the point where it equals 135 million, but they're more frequent. For someone who does not have a large social media following, and Kevin, I want Carrie to answer it. Would they be better off to list their items for bottom dollar on eBay instead of struggling to build the Whatnot following and incur possible losses?
It depends on what your vision is. It depends on what your goals are. If you want to have another place to sell stuff consistently, you're going to have to take the bumps and bruises to grow a Whatnot. Honestly, I still have auctions where I don't make very much money to this day. When I do some sports card auctions, I don't make hardly anything. But my whole thought is I want to build up my credibility in that space, and I realize it's going to take time. And hopefully, if you're good at what you do, you're going to be buying the stuff at a low enough price that you can take that as an opportunity cost, basically. So if you have low value stuff, first off, if you have a lot of low value stuff, what are you doing? Get rid of it, because it's not going to help you on eBay or Whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin, you can answer.
Okay. So I actually kind of agree with Carrie. What is your long-term vision? What do you want this to be for yourself? But if how much money do you need? Do you need it now? Because if you need it now, I mean, it's eBay. Period.
Yeah.
Not. I don't mean like need it like right now. I mean to make money, because it would take a long time. So my answer is eBay for almost.
Well, my big thing is, and I think Carrie was alluding to this, like, how do you want to sell? Do you want to be like performing and doing live things where you're talking to people and building relationships, or do you want to just list it while you watch TV and not think about it? I think there's totally a case for either or. So if you don't want to be a performer, don't even go near Whatnot.
I think it's prudent, personally, I think it's prudent to have your toes in all of these waters if possible, I
agree.
Even if you're not planning on doing Whatnot that often, get an account. When you go out and garage sale one weekend, take a couple items every week, save that for Whatnot, and maybe do one Whatnot auction a month with stuff that's kind of just, set aside that you've already paid for based off your eBay flip, so there's not that much risk. And slowly grow it. Even if you don't do it that often, just having your toes in the water, if it does become something you want to do down the line, you kind of know how to do it.
Yeah.
You might have a little bit of a following.
If you want to do it.
And I don't know. But I think it's good when you're reselling to not.
Did Kevin freeze in like the worst possible spot? I love his face right now.
Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, look.
He's like
he's
grumpy
definitely
Kevin. He's grumpy Kevin. Oh, he's a little grumpy guy.
Yeah, he's mid-turn.
He's got a little poo-poo coming out.
Got just a tiny poo-poo coming out, just like a little pellet.
Oh, there he is.
He's back.
Yeah.
Gosh, that Bedford internet connection.
A little pellet.
He doesn't have the chickens anymore to run the internet, so.
Okay, so
I got
Carrie,
a whole nother batch of chickens. Got a whole nother batch.
You
of
did?
You got a whole nother batch
against
of chickens.
my will.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
Just showed up.
So, okay, so what I wanted to say about the Whatnot thing while Kevin's internet recovers, let's give it a minute and I'll talk a little bit. I think it's interesting.
Is it not working?
It's on and off. You're freezing and then non-freezing. So right now you're a little frozen. It's kind of cute though. You look like kind of a Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
In a way. You see it? You see it, right? He looks like
a little Opie from
yeah, a little Opie, yeah.
Old shows he likes.
Yeah. Anyways, Carrie, what I was going to say was Finding Keepers Resale, Tony and Dina, they went ahead and they got a whole entire like store full of VHS, right? A whole store. Yeah. Their average buy price on them is like a nickel, right? And there's some really good stuff in there. There's some really garbage stuff in there. But that's like the perfect spot to say, oh, I want to do Whatnot. A niche that isn't that popular on Whatnot. You have an outlandish amount of inventory so you can do consistent shows for months on end. And you can sell them for $2 to $3 a piece, and it doesn't matter how much. If he sells every one for $3 a piece, he still makes a fortune.
Yeah, but
right? If he
let's
sells
be
them
honest,
for $2
there's no way
he
he's selling every one of those VHS. I mean, I bet you he would probably sell 10%
You can line
of
them
them.
up.
No, dude, I was on his auction, and that's a good niche right now because there's not that much competition.
Yep.
He was selling his first auction. He brought in like I'm sure he won't care if I say like $700-800, right, on his first auction, because he had good quality stuff. Like, he made sure to run some good stuff, some horror, some sealed stuff, some more obscure cartoon stuff from the 80s and 90s, and like there was a lot of people who saw him, like, you know, in there that are VHS bros or sisses, and they were coming in and they were
early
following
60s
him.
YouTubers.
And now he's got these people showing up to all his auctions, or he's gonna have them showing up to all his auctions, because he's got the stuff they want. He's got that good stuff, right? So if you have,
and
the
you can still
to,
pluck the grails.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are signing up for Whatnot, and he's done that. But I think a lot of people are signing up for Whatnot saying, oh, I'm just going to sell every category. And I don't think that's easy if you're not an influencer. I think if you're not an influencer, you need a niche down. Like, heavily niche down. I think I said this. Disney pins. You did. But I'm just, your internet's out, so I'm trying to fill in for you there.
Sorry, there's a cat attacking me. I let her out.
Is Dawn back, by the way?
No, she's not. She's still up most days with her dad.
Okay, gotcha. Anyways, yeah, so Sassy, I don't know if we answered your question, but we tried. Andrew said, thanks for taking my call. I'll ask my question and then I'll hang up for the answer. Since your eBay sales depend on how many new listings you have, what is your new listing to sold ratio? And
are they asking you?
All of us. And how many items as a percentage of your listings do you think just sit there unsold because you haven't had enough new listings?
Oh, okay. It's a little convoluted, actually, I think, the way that it was asked, but...
Let's just jump to New Jersey Picker's response.
No.
Love the way you phrase this question, but have you heard this podcast? This is not the right place for an actual reselling question.
No, it's like,
I don't
really think about, I list it and forget it. I don't really think about the sell-through percentage. I think about what I'm spending every month and what I'm making every month. It's that simple.
I think what he's trying to get at is like, let's say you didn't list anything new at all. Is it impossible to sell the old merch? The old stuff, right?
Merch. That's Freudian right there.
No, it's merch. It's merchandise.
Come buy my merch.
Whatever.
CommonwealthPicker.com.
Get a sticker.
Which is selling like crazy, by the way. Just an FYI.
You gotta say it.
Selling
like crazy. So if you want to get a sticker, get them. There's plenty of fanny packs. They're never going to sell out. But the stickers and the hats, that stuff goes fast.
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know eBay's algorithm or whatever, but it does seem, obviously if you list more, you're going to sell more. But most of those sales are newly listed items. So you can still sell that old stuff. If you decided to stop selling today, it would take a long time to sell off your inventory, but you could sell it doing...
And there's definitely a percentage of stuff you listed that may never sell.
Yeah, I sell stuff.
Andrew, here's my challenge to you, Andrew. You said, since your eBay sales depend on how many new listings, what's your new listing to sold ratio? My challenge to you is to tell me what my new listing to sold ratio is. Go in and look at my store, see how much I list and see how much it sells, and let me know, because I wouldn't even know where to start in calculating that.
Yeah, like I listed yesterday like 70 cards, give or take, and I probably sold 15 today, give or take, usually. 10 to 25 cards I sell, or items every day. Just
looking at what I sold this weekend, there was 28 sales so far, I think, and it's Sunday. And there's probably 4 or 5 that are going out 25% off, which means they've been in the store over a year. And then there's probably 4 or 5 that have been in the store for half a year or more. And then the rest of them are pretty recently listed items. So you figure out the ratio.
Okay. New Jersey Picker said, why are you in a movie but on TV?
That's a great question. I don't have an answer.
Do you always say you're inline or online? Because I always said inline growing up, but everyone now says online when you're waiting in a line.
Inline.
You say in a line. You don't say you're online.
In line. I'm in line.
Because like in Seinfeld, they always say, in Seinfeld, they say it all the time, I'm online. I'm online for this. Yeah, I don't know. I think that might be like just certain regions say it that way. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Inline. I don't know.
Okay, so Luke said, what is your favorite category to resell in and your absolute least favorite to sell in? What do you think, Jeff?
I hate shoes. Hate them. Despise them.
Oh, okay.
And I actually, believe it or not,
is that because of your foot fetish and you like to see feet naked?
Yes. I don't like socks either. Remember?
What's the OnlyFans pulling in a month, Kevin? 25 grand?
I think Biscuit Buzz said 25 grand, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so So shoes is your least favorite. What's your favorite Tupperware?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's probably vintage T-shirts. Believe it or not, I like that the most. I mean, vintage action figures, toys. I mean, that's kind of cool too. But I like T-shirts. I love hats.
Well, everybody knows what my favorite is. It's sports cards. My least favorite. That's a good question. I don't like electronics at all. They're always a hassle. They're hard to ship. They're half the time they're broken. And you can make money on it, and I'll pick them up if it's obvious, but I just don't enjoy them. Even if I can make $100 on them, I still don't like it.
I sold a $100 pizza oven.
Yeah.
I sold a $80 Blu-ray player.
I'd rather sell a $1.50 card. Seriously.
$150 fax machine in the last 48 hours. All three.
Blu-ray players. I mean, that stuff's easy. Though.
I'd just rather go back and work it in and out if I have to sell that kind of stuff.
Who's still buying a fax machine?
You know what I love to sell?
Who's buying this?
Oh yeah, if you can get fax machines that are brand new in the package,
it was brand new.
It was brand new.
It sold for $150 like immediately, Kevin. The moment
I'll tell you who's doing it. Like when I quit my job, they still were using a fax machine in the athletic department daily.
They must. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's companies and stuff that are on like legacy hardware, and they're still
school districts that are sending stuff stupid.
So yeah, I mean, I get it though, Carrie. But I mean, VCRs. I just listed one. I mean, remotes.
I mean, I'll sell this.
I love selling.
I just don't like it.
It depends on what the item is. I hate selling like receivers and speakers, huge stuff like that. But I love selling vintage like kitchen electronic kind of stuff. Yeah. Old toasters. I love selling the Mr. Coffee makers that are like in a box. You know, I love selling those.
But I bought 3 bags of remotes yesterday. Picking was slim yesterday, but I got 3 bags of remotes. 2 of them were free. One I paid $1 for, and I pulled I think $130 worth of controllers out of those 3 bags. So that was like and I didn't even list the stuff. Anything that was below 15, I put in a big bundle for Whatnot, and all the stuff I listed was 15 plus. So that's I'd say like probably 10-15% got on eBay. The rest I'm just putting on a Whatnot lot to sell.
I had a DVD VCR combo the other day that it was sold for way less than I thought. It was like $40 plus shipping for a nice DVD VCR combo, and it turned out that the remote was the only way you could rewind and fast forward. Oh. And so I'm like, oh, this stinks. So I'm like, I guess I got to go buy a remote. The remote goes for more than the whole combo does.
I think it's hard to say, but probably action figures are my favorite.
Yeah, like
as far as least favorite, I mean, it's got to be clothes. I hate listing them so much. I really do. Although they put this caveat in the question saying minus clothing. So do I have to think of something that's not clothing? Okay, fine, cards.
Well, I said shoes. That's clothing.
You're doing that just to hurt me, though. You're saying that to hurt my feelings.
I just don't like listing them. Dude, I won't even list my Pokemon or my Magic
cards. I have
a
card up right now. I've got that Ellie.
Did you sell any of those yet?
I've got it on. Finally put it on auction. The paper one signed, graded 10. It's a oh gosh, what's the guy's last name? Ellie
De La Cruz.
De La Cruz, thank you. Lost my mind for a minute. I put on. It's up to $250. It's got 2 days left, Carrie, and it's for the paper one. So we'll see.
I'd rather list Tootsie Toys, and those aren't that fun to list.
I love toys. Plush.
Auburn rubber. Those are good.
You burn rubber? I burn rubber.
Come on, you know your toys. Auburn, right? Auburn rubber cars.
No, I don't think I know that one.
There we go.
Anything vintage 80s. Anything vintage 80s I love.
Oh yeah, I like 80s stuff too.
For sure. I sold something. It's literally been in the store for 2 years. Finally sold it. It was Levi's did in the 70s they did a bag. They made a denim tote bag, and it had Big E. They would make it out of jeans and stuff, and so it had a Big E. You know what Big E is?
That sort of thing is your bag, baby.
Oh my gosh! Everybody knows what Big E is, but these two guys. So, anyways, it's a tote bag.
I just wanted to quote Austin Powers.
I bought it at a sale with my wife, like when we started YouTube, and it's been listed for like 2.5-3 years. Sold for $75 though. Finally.
Congrats.
Viewers are powerful. They'll buy almost anything.
Not a viewer sale. Oh, that was the other thing. It's like they couldn't really make it as a reseller.
Are you back on this same thing?
I am. I'm ticked off about it. It makes me mad
because
people don't get it.
Who is it? Who are we fussing about?
They don't get it. They don't. Well, it was not. No,
Was
No.
it 1 Foot Flipper or 1 Foot Flipper? Who was it?
Paige, why are you triggering Kevin?
It's
Stop
not
triggering Kevin, Paige.
Kevin's
It's not Archie
old. He can't
either.
take it.
Dude, speaking of things that are going down in the community, Dante said he's quitting eBay full time.
Yeah,
Did
I
you see
saw
that?
that. I did.
He's
I
going to
don't
pursue
know.
some sort of career.
Yeah,
He's still going to
he
sell
hasn't
some
let
on
the
there.
cat
he
out of the
said.
bag yet, though.
Yeah, he hasn't told us.
I'm curious. I sent him a message. I'm like, you got me very curious, and he never responded.
Yeah,
At least I didn't
curious,
see
too.
it. So
Yeah, it
who
should be
knows?
fun. Flippin' Lucky said, "Where do you get your thermal labels from? I have always bought from a resell ring off eBay, but the last time I went to purchase them,
Some
they
sort
were
of cartel?
out. I don't know what that means. I chose to purchase from another reseller instead and received the free UPS labels. What are your thoughts on them selling free UPS labels? Cool, good idea. I want to list some of those. I didn't know you could do that. That's probably illegal, right?
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
when you get them from UPS, you are supposed to use them, but
Flippin' Lucky, I just use the free UPS labels because whatever. I'm not going to be switching the free
I buy them
labels
on
out of my
Amazon.
label
That's
printer
one of
all
the few
time.
things I actually buy on Amazon. I just got like 4,000 labels for $60.
Dave, you
It's
really
pretty
do.
good.
You use UPS labels.
Heck yeah, they're free. Why wouldn't I?
Are you sending everything UPS, David?
Probably 50-50. But I'm
No,
not gonna
you're
go
not.
change
50,
out.
How do you
50?
sleep at night?
Dude, with the amount of
Seriously.
golf clubs I ship nowadays and these big
that's true.
items, it is like 50-50 now.
Really, that surprises me. 50-50.
I'm shipping a lot of. It's irrelevant though because they don't say UPS on the front. I mean, you're gonna take. There's literally no way to tell. It doesn't say
But you
UPS
know.
anywhere on
You
the
know
label.
deep down what you're doing, and it's hard. You got to live with it.
They want me to use them. I mean, they're killing the trees. Might as well use them.
That's true. You're doing it for the trees. That's
Do
a good
you use
point.
priority boxes for UPS
No,
shipments?
that I don't do because you can very easily get caught.
Oh, UPS totally accepts it. Totally.
Well, I know they
accepts
accept it, but it still says right on it priority only.
Yeah, but what is
the
UPS
UPS ones
gonna-
do not say UPS only anywhere on the actual label. They
So
don't.
it's
What does
only wrong
UPS
if
care
you
if you're
can get
using
caught.
USPS boxes? They're just like, okay.
I'm not.
I don't
can't
do it
even
because I
find.
have
Listen,
morals, but-
I couldn't even find because I spent a lot of time looking. I made a video about it. I can't even find on their website where it explicitly says you can't use those labels for other things. I can't even find it.
To
Like,
be
I made a
fair,
whole
I didn't
video
even
about
use
it. I
priority
couldn't find it.
boxes until Kevin shamed me on the podcast.
Did you
and then I started
finally
doing it.
order some free priority boxes?
I just go to the store, go to the post
Oh,
office
okay.
and grab them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone link us to the exact spot where it says it on UPS's website.
Your
that you
post
can't
office
use that or
doesn't just
whatever.
have flat rate boxes?
They have
does.
tons of boxes. I just grab them there.
Mine
flat
only has
rate.
flat rate.
No, mine
I
has
never
both.
use flat rate.
Mine has
Ever.
both. Mine has both sitting out there.
Yeah, mine has.
Mine
both.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll have to go complain to the post office.
They have tape too and bubble mailers, but you have to be quick if you grab those because they do tend to like payment on those.
Oh, I did get a zebra printer at a yard sale yesterday for $10. That was a pretty good deal. So
That's
A
good.
zebra printer?
yeah.
You gonna
And what's
sell
cool
it?
is I'm to the point now where like yesterday I went garage sailing. I came home, I listed everything. And it was like, oh, I spent like $40. I listed 600. That was a pretty good day for 2.5 hours of picking. It was really nice because I just don't have a ton of death pile in here right now, so I can just list it right away, which is gonna really streamline my life. At some point here, I'm gonna get to the point where I'm starting to clean out that shipping container. I'm pretty excited about it.
Especially when you're doing what you're doing behind you right there. That's the way to do
yeah.
it. I got 15 vintage, or not vintage, but Dale Jr. shirts in one lot. I'm just selling them all up together.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell like 250 hats in 30 minutes tomorrow. That's, I mean,
Yep.
where else can you do that but whatnot? Say what you will. There's nowhere I can do that but whatnot. Not sponsored because I shot them down. There we go. Integrity.
Integrity until they
That's
call
not
They
back.
just
why you
didn't
did it,
offer me
though.
enough
Until they
money.
call back with more of an offer. Yeah,
If they had
that's
given me
exactly
more money,
right.
I might have
If they had upped the
USPS
fee, your integrity
labels.
would have went down the
Integrity.
toilet.
No, the
Quick.
problem wasn't even that. I'll be honest about it. The problem was that they wanted me to friggin' be such a ridiculous shill for them with non-stop plugs that it's just like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it organically. And I end up doing it anyways. But
It's
it just
exactly
was
right.
like,
I'm like, what's the
they
difference?
wanted me to talk about it like in a semi-scripted way, like every video for like the next 2 months, and I didn't like it, and so I just shot them down. They were asking a lot more of me than they've asked of other people, is all, and I decided not to do it.
And and it's really unfortunate because this video right here is sponsored by Whatnot. Go check out my
It's
Wednesday
not.
auction
Kevin is
below.
sponsored by
Yep,
Whatnot.
guys.
They didn't
No,
send me a
my
penny.
I can get you $15 credit, guys, if you're a new user.
My affiliate
Hey,
link. That's right.
can I
yeah.
say something seriously though about
I'm
Whatnot?
sure. Yeah.
For a good cause. September 30th, which, by the way, I asked you guys first to donate an item to the St. Jude auction that's going to happen September 30th, and neither one of you have done that.
I pulled it out for you right here.
Oh, that's good. What is that?
Born to be Wild on VHS.
Very nice.
Clamshell.
I like it. Very good.
Pulled it out for you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. I think we're going to just take one of your shirts that you're wearing right there.
I'm going to see you in person. I'm just going to hand you the item.
Dude, can I just give you like a tote full of clamshell? Can I give you a tote full of clamshell VHS?
I thought it's in September.
Well, Brian Big and Fun donated a really pricey item. He's very kind. Harry Tornado got a Switch in there. Nice. Some great stuff, man. Like Archie's in there.
And I'm okay with
that. You have to realize the percentage of how valuable a Switch is to what Harry makes. It might as well have been a Tic Tac.
Yeah, it's the same as Born to Be Wild is, same value.
Isn't it worth?
This broken Walkman I'm also going to throw in. So.
I thought you said Porn to Be Wild.
We will have stuff in that auction. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I need it on there now. I want to have all that stuff posted. Time is of the essence. Rod sent me some.
Am I supposed to bring it to FlipCon? Can I bring it to FlipCon?
Yeah, can we just bring it to FlipCon?
You need to send me a picture. And there's a lot of people that started to say, like, hey, what can I donate? But I actually only have 30 slots, so I guess we can do that if people like you two don't pony up. It's all going to St. Jude. It's good stuff.
Kev, were you in the reselling calendar where they were all like half nude?
No, wasn't even asked.
I got
a great picture.
Would you have said yes?
Is it my month yet? Is it my month? I think I'm August or something.
I don't know.
Somebody go check. I don't know.
No. Would I have done it? Is that what you're asking?
Would you have done this thing like Chris Flip the World did where you just had a turkey cover in your privates?
No, I would not have done that. No.
That's what he did. Did you see it?
I did.
Great. It's on my
I still
wall.
Can't get it out of my mind.
Well, then Carrie
can we do our weekly reminder that Chris does not, in fact, have a podcast? Just for the record, he does not. It's live. He has a live broadcast.
Yeah. He has a live show, which is not even good.
Yeah, live shows aren't podcasts. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. Very clear.
Okay, so if you had to live in another locations, would you source differently than them? What?
Yes.
Oh, if you had to live... Okay, so I think what he's saying is if you had to live in Vegas, Kevin, would you source differently than Carrie?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
And would I source differently than Kevin in Lynchburg?
I mean, I'd still do garage sales, and I'd probably do garage sales in the bins.
But you'd wake up when they started instead of the Carrie thing.
I crushed it in Vegas. It was awesome. That was great.
Yeah, you'd actually do it.
I crushed it, ate breakfast, and went home. Saying. And Carrie was, I think, still asleep.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know, when we went garage selling in Vegas, I was there, and you didn't even wake up, Dave. So let's have a little bit of truth in this conversation.
If he was up all night losing money. So late, yeah. I mean, that's the real problem. Okay, so Kevin, you used to pull out the question of the week. From our YouTube channel. Do you still do that? Are you phoning
I got it
at this
up here.
Point? What is
question of the week? It's not a question.
Comment of the week.
Trash to Cash, by far and away the most entertaining reselling medium on the interwebs. Berserk.
That's true.
And let's see. I got to read. You got to give me a minute. I looked at it earlier, but I can't.
Dude, I just got recommended a video from Rocky Top Picker.
Nice.
There he is. Look at he looks so cool.
You got to share what he looks like because he looks so cool.
Okay, I'm gonna show you that.
He looks like he'd beat you up in a bar fight, but then he'd hold you so you'd feel secure.
Okay, so which screen is it on? It's on the not the Patreon. It's on the.
Yeah, make sure you have a website on that's appropriate as well.
Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so guys, if you're watching the bottom left here, are you new to reselling? Do this now. You see how cool this guy looks?
That guy is so cool.
But he looks like
he's got a banjo music.
Yeah,
we got an ad here. But yeah, it'll come up in a minute.
Are they paying for this?
Just trust us.
There we go. Let's
look at that.
He's showing his pet. He's literally showing his pet, Kevin.
Look at his little.
It's so Kevin.
Does it have a name?
He holds the camera the same way. Then it goes to country music.
He's holding his camera like Kevin. He's like, "Hey guys,"
and then it cuts to banjo.
I need to get a bandana like that.
It cuts to. You do need a bandana. This guy is full Bret Michaels. I love it.
I love it.
Does he have any tattoos though?
Look at this, man. He's like cool Kevin. Look at that. Look at that, dude.
I love it.
Oh, man, he's everything I wish Kevin was. Everything I wish Kevin was.
Rocky Top, you're coming on the podcast.
No phallic
phallic
tattoos,
tattoos.
none.
Carrie.
He does
Carrie,
have the bracelets and
He
wristbands.
does
though.
have that. Yeah, he's got more than I have.
Dude, is that an Isaiah House one? It is.
No, it's not.
Dude, okay, Carrie, we have got to get him on the show and like the
I
intro
want.
of the
I'm
show,
serious. I
Just
am.
get me
be,
off the
like,
show.
Kevin will be like down in the waiting room, and it'll be us three. And we'll start off the show, and then we'll bring Kevin in.
We found out. So I shared this. His stuff and his videos are legitimately good. We're teasing.
Good, yeah.
His stuff is he's good for a beginner for sure. But like he follows all of us, so he knows us. So like I think he would come on our show.
Look, he's showing old school
Yeah.
pickers stuff right here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
He is so
just
freaking
funny.
cool. I love this guy.
Sounds like I need to find a
Look
new
at this.
podcast.
I've high standards. Country music taught me how a man should treat a lady. Is what his sign says in the
There
back.
we go. See, that's like folksy and whimsical, but like
I
in a
want him
way
on the
that's
show
more
so
relatable.
bad. He's like Kevin mixed with Dana Carvey when.
And
Dana
he's probably
Carvey had
got
long
2
hair.
feet. He's probably got 2 feet.
Oh wow, that's a weird low blow.
He's like
okay.
Kevin.
Anyways, so what's your comment, Kevin? What's your other comment?
All
on
right,
that?
so we got one from Green Door Investments. Kevin's 100% right about Whatnot. We had 3 auctions, sold 0 items. We did the suggested postings ahead of times, etc.
Okay.
By the
what
way,
was your category?
Best trash to cash show yet. Keep that shit up.
Keep that what up?
Chip.
Got to keep it up like his tattoo, folks.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Keep it up like that too.
Oh, Dave.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I think that my whole point that episode about Whatnot was that you can succeed if you have the right inventory, if you
You're
have
right.
a good personality.
I don't disagree.
But I don't think everyone can succeed, and I don't think.
Oh, are you
should go
criticizing
into-
everybody? Why can't they succeed, Dave? Are you saying our viewers aren't as smart as you?
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
Dave.
given. That's a total given. I mean, we don't need to go into that. I told you about my incredible idea today, didn't I? Like, I have these ideas. They're just like, how does my brain conceive them? Is the question. I just don't even know. No, I don't know. We're not going to belabor the point. We've talked about it enough, but I don't know. Anyways, so what are you holding up?
Oh, look
my
at that.
gosh, he pulls
Is that
it
Rake and
out.
Profit in the building?
Kevin just puts it on the table,
Think about
guys.
just wearing
Mic
it on the
drop.
chain.
He put it on the table, guys. Not the first time. It's awkward
Okay,
for everyone.
So excited.
our
Turner's
listeners,
face just lit
Kevin
up. Boy, he was
is
so
holding
excited.
up his silver play button from YouTube. What's it say? Commonwealth
Since
Picker?
Dave now gets more views on the Flipper channel,
Does it
I
say
got
Commonwealth
something.
Picker or Commonwealth Options?
What else does it say? What else would it say?
Commonwealth Picker.
it
Yeah,
says
what else
Picker,
would it
okay.
say?
Wow. Are you going to sell it on eBay? Dude, you got to be the one who sells his on eBay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it in the September 30th auction.
Did they
there.
offer you the ability to buy multiples?
I did not see that.
I will pay for
I
one
want
of
to
those.
buy extra so I can sell them
yeah.
on eBay.
How cool would that be if you could buy extras and then? But yeah, they wouldn't do that. They
You
wouldn't
can
do
with
that.
Emmys and Oscars. You can buy as many as you want. They're expensive though, like $500.
So here's the question though that's on everybody's mind. The first question is, are you wearing pants? We know the answer to
We
that.
know
The
the answer.
second question is, where are you going to put that? Is it going to be like behind the Alf or the Noid up top?
No,
in the
I have the
cabinet, or where's
Noid.
it
It's
gonna
up
be?
here. I
Yeah,
have
the
the Noid.
Noid is death pile there.
The Noid's here. You have an awesome Alf, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I saw your little
my Alf is
alien.
that got so many views. People
Little?
loved it, and I like that Alf. We're keeping it.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's a big one. I like
Until
it.
you don't keep it. That's how it
Yeah,
works
we'll
as a
sell it
reseller.
eventually when the price
Yeah.
is right.
No,
When
Kevin,
we desperately need
congratulations
money.
are
And
in
he
order.
can't afford tacos.
Yes,
Congratulations, Kevin.
That's a lot of
You did a
tacos
good
we can
thing
get with
there.
that, though.
I feel
That's
like
cool.
one day in 2 years I will have one too, and Carrie will have one probably sooner with his card channel blowing up. Hopefully.
My goal is to be at 100K on both my channels by this time next year.
All right, so
That's my
Dave,
goal.
seriously, now that Flipper's on fire, Flipper get there first, no chance. Picker gets there
Dude,
first.
I don't.
Any chance the food channel gets there first?
Honestly, I heard a rumor that they were taking away 100K play buttons
Really?
because they're having to give out too many because
Well,
of shorts.
just have
shorts.
somebody make you one at 100.
Because of
Oh,
shorts,
yeah.
they're having to give away so many.
Well, there should
that
just
they're
be a
talking about
different
removing
one,
them.
like
Yeah.
a shorts play button.
Just like
Did you
a
see
tiny-
Yeah.
Thrifter Sifter hit 1 million on TikTok here?
I saw that.
Yeah, I
saw
know,
that.
man.
And I just feel like
It
they're
didn't
going to
hurt
get
me at
rid
all.
of it.
No, I'm just kidding. He's awesome.
I feel like
He deserves it.
they're gonna get rid of the 100K play button before I get to 100K because I think I'm still based on like the trajectory. I think I'm 2
What?
years
Why? Why get rid of it? It doesn't
expensive
cost.
for them.
No,
They
it's
have to make
not.
'em.
No,
to ship 'em.
come on, dude. Anybody who gets 100,000 has made Google so much money, dude. It's
Not
a drop
on
in the
shorts.
bucket.
They're not making them any
Okay,
money. On
Shorts
then
are
change
starting to pay a
shorts. Then
decent
do-
amount. They're making money
No,
on
you
shorts
think
now.
do
Google's
shorts
making
different.
a lot on shorts?
Dude, shorts are starting to make a lot more just in the last couple months.
Hold on, I thought they were paying shorts out of a creator fund.
It's by view.
Or is it an ad fund?
It's an ad funnel now, or whatever they call it. So it's gone up quite a bit.
Like, how much is Google keeping versus how much they're giving away?
So, like, for example, like 6 months ago on YouTube, no money for shorts, right? And now it's like, for me, 25% of what I make is shorts on YouTube.
Well, no, my bigger question is how much of the money is YouTube keeping? Are they generating a profit from shorts, is my question.
I think it's based on views per... I don't know. That's a good question.
Because they might be passing 100% down to help grow shorts. You don't know.
Yeah, so, they're also getting new users as well.
Yeah.
But they're mostly consuming shorts.
I'm still not watching shorts on YouTube.
The algorithm isn't as good as TikTok. TikTok has
but the way they have it set up on your phone, they give you a long form, and then they'll throw a shorts thing in the middle, and then they'll give you more long form. So I think YouTube's actually doing it probably in the right way. I think they're doing it right.
Don't forget to salute your shorts.
Dude, that was a great show, by the way.